Hi guys. Okay, so today we're going to do adding and subtracting whole fractions with unlike denominators. It's pretty much similar to what you've been doing, but this time now we're going to have whole fractions. So we're going to have whole fractions with whole numbers with fractions. So I should have added whole numbers and fractions. Okay, so remember, always pause if you're stuck or if you want to go back and look at it, make sure you pause. So let's start off with, say, let me think of a problem. Let's just start off with just the fractions for now. So let's do 2/3 plus 1/4. Okay, my denominators need to be the same. So you can do least common denominators. So let's start off with 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So let's do 4, 8, 12, 16. Oh, look, 12. They have the 12 in common. So what did I do to get to 12? That means I multiplied by 3. What did I do to the bottom? I must do to the top. And on the 3, I did 1, 2, 3 times 4. What I do to the bottom, I must do to the top. So 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12. 3 times 1 is 3. 4 times 3 is 12. Common denominators, yes. Now I can add 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Do I simplify? Nope, no simplifying. So that's my answer. Okay, so that's pretty, pretty easy what we've been doing. Let me do a subtraction. So let's do 3/4. Let's do 3/5 minus 1/3. So I'm going to subtract that. You notice I kind of changed the way that this one's vertical, this one was horizontal. You can always change them yourself. So common denominator first. I know my timetable, so I know when I multiply this by 5, I get 15, and this by 3, I get 15. So I already know that my common denominator will be 15. So let me write down what I multiply them by. 3 times 3, 9. 5 times 1, 5. Now, always check your signs. So this time I am subtracting. 9 minus 5 is 4 15ths. Do I need to simplify? Nope. That is my answer. So we've been doing those. But now you're going to be doing some with whole numbers. So let's do 1.5 plus, I'm going to do a simple one. Just 2 and 1.5. Okay, denominators are the same, yes. So I'm going to go ahead and add these. 2 over 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. Oh, but wait, isn't this a whole? So this is a whole right here. So that means 3 plus that 1 is equal to 4. So my answer will be 4. Not sure if you have a problem similar to this, but I'm glad I did this so that you know that these are wholes, so make sure you add it to the other whole that's here. So that is your 4. So let's do, say, different denominators. I'm going to use the same ones up here. So let's do 2 and 2/3 plus 2 and 1/4. Okay, similar to the one we did up on top. So I need to do my common denominator. So we already know it's 12, so times 4. This one times 3, right? So I'm going to bring down my whole number. 2 times 4 is 8. 3 times 4 is 12. Plus 2. 3 times 1 is 3. 4 times 3 is 12. Now I can add, my denominators are the same. You can add your whole numbers if you want first. What's 2 plus 2? 4. So 8, 9, 10, 11 over 12. It's that, okay? So now when I subtract, it's a little bit different. So this is remember, you always need to check your signs that you are subtracting. So let me move my paper up so that you're able to see it. So let's do 7 and 3 fifths, and 4 minus 1/4. Okay, denominators are not the same, so I need to make sure my denominators are the same. So I know that they have the 20 in common, so let's do the denominator of 20. What did I multiply them by? I always like to write it in so that way I remember and it helps me know what exactly I multiplied them by. So 3 times 4 is 12 and 5 times 1 is 5. Now my operation is subtraction. So 12 minus 5 is 7/20. And 7 minus 3 is, 7 minus 4 is 3. Do I simplify? Nope. This is my answer. Okay, so you have to be careful and just make sure you're careful and you see what your symbol is. Okay, so for example, say with whole numbers, I'm going to add, let's add 4 and 2.5. So if we do something like this, we can easily just add it. There's nothing there to add it by, so we just bring it down. 4, 5, 6, 6.5. This is my answer. Now, if we are subtracting, so let me do 4. There's no fraction, but it's 2.5 now that I am subtracting. Okay, there is no fraction here, so how can I subtract? It's as though I am borrowing, right? I'm regrouping. So let's do, we're going to borrow or we're going to regroup. We're going to pull 1 from here, 1 whole. So look at your denominator. I'm using 2 as my denominator. So I must have a 2 down here. If I borrow 1 whole from here, I'm going to cross that out. It's going to be a 3. And there is that 1 whole. Okay, now I can subtract. 2 minus 1 is 1/2. 3 minus 2 is 1.5. Okay, so that is how you subtract and that is how you add, unlike fractions, using some whole numbers in there. Okay, so let's do one more addition problem with a whole number. So say I'm doing 5 and 1/3 and 2 and 2/3. Let's do that one. Okay, denominators are the same here, so I'm going to do 2, 3, 3/3, 5, 6, 7, 7/3. Oh wait, look, isn't this a whole number? That's 1 whole. So that's 7 plus 1 is equal to 8. So my answer would be 8. Now say I have, let me do one more. Go on this side. So let me do 7 minus 1/4. How do I do that one? Okay, so like I said, remember I used to like changing my fractions to vertical. So I'm going to go 7 and 1/4 here. There is no whole number here. If it makes it easier, you just put a 0. Okay, but I need to regroup. There's nothing here to take away, remember? I need to have something to take away or subtract. So I'm going to borrow. My denominator is 4, so I know I need a 4 there as my denominator. I'm going to cross this out. I need to take 1 whole from that. That's a 6. And here is my 4th. Okay, now I can subtract. 4 minus 1 is 3/4. 6 minus 0 is 6 3/4. Okay, so that is all for today's lesson. Use this video for the next few days. You might get some of these problems for your assignments. So if you have any questions, don't forget, just comment me, just send me a message and I'll go ahead and help you. But just remember, use the video, pause it. Pause is your best friend. See you guys later. Bye.